everyone. Thank you for being here. I want to begin by thanking our excellent team for all of their hard work. Over the last few days, we've been meeting with members of our cabinet and our top staff, and we've been working hard tracking Hurricane Joaquin and preparing for the possibility of extreme weather. At this time, there's still a great deal of uncertainty about the track of the storm and its potential impact. Over the next few hours, we'll probably know a lot more about the direction of the storm. The experts here at MEMA are studying all of the potential models and preparing for any potential outcome. That said, out of an abundance of caution, moments ago I signed an executive order declaring a state of emergency here in Maryland in anticipation of Hurricane Joaquin. This is a proactive measure to ensure that all necessary resources are mobilized in areas of our state with the greatest potential need. Particularly of concern are coastal and low-lying areas of the state that are highly susceptible to flooding. While we're hoping for the best, we're preparing for the worst. At my direction, the state is currently taking steps to mobilize all potential resources. We've been in constant contact with the National Weather Service and the National Hurricane Center to track the storm. State shelters are on standby, and when activated, we'll be ready to receive displaced residents. We've been in touch with utility companies. They are taking the appropriate steps to be ready to respond to potential power outages. Our state is taking every precaution, and I urge Marylanders to do the same. Stay tuned to your local news stations for the latest updates. Listen to state and local authorities. Start now to prepare your families, your homes, for potential heavy rains, winds, and possible flooding. More importantly, use common sense. Have water, batteries, and flashlights at the ready in case of power outages. Be prepared to look after family members and neighbors who might need assistance. Maryland citizens can visit mema.maryland.gov. That's mema.maryland.gov for all of the latest up-to-date information. As I said, there's still a lot of uncertainty about the track of the storm, but our team will be constantly monitoring the path, and things are fast-moving and constantly changing, but we will be providing more information later this evening, and we'll be updating you as information changes into tomorrow. MEMA will be providing all the necessary updates so we can keep the public informed. I want to thank MEMA Director Russ Strickland for his leadership. I want to thank our entire staff and cabinet, really the entire administration and everybody here at MEMA for all the tremendous work that they've been doing, and for I know what the efforts that they're going to be working over the next several days. So at this time, I'll ask Director Strickland to give us the latest weather information and a few remarks, and then we'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Thank you, Governor. First off, to assure everyone, the Maryland Emergency Management Agency has been in a very intense planning mode with an advance team for the last 48 hours. That includes folks not only from our staff but other identified state agencies who have been involved, as well as working very closely with our local jurisdictions and those partners. Our Maryland Joint Operations Center is always activated, so it is the first level of activation of our State Emergency Operations Center, so we are in fact in a constant vigilant mode. With that, let's address the weather just very briefly, and the bottom line is that we are in constant communications with the National Hurricane Center, either directly from here or through FEMA, with scheduled conference calls with the center. So we're getting the information from them as well as the information from the National Weather Services who serve the state of Maryland. Basically with that, we're in a monitoring mode. Everyone can really check the TV and see that in the last hour it has gone to a Category 4 storm, but it is still in the same path or predicted path that it has been since 5 o'clock this morning. That puts it offshore. There is not a high degree of certainty with that, and we'll have to continue to monitor that as we go through the next 24 to 48 hours to see as the models and the storm becomes, and the predictions become a little bit more confident with that. Again, we would emphasize some of the same things that the governor has said. You know, everybody really needs to think about their own individual preparedness. One of the things we like to talk about is it's necessary to communicate with friends and relatives, have a plan, know what it is you're going to do, where it is you're going to go, and how it is you're going to get there. Also be aware of what your surroundings are. Don't go into high water, and if you live in a flood-prone area, then you certainly should consider leaving that area sooner than later. And then pay attention very closely to what the information is that comes out from your local emergency management and local government officials. With that, do we want to open it up for questions?
Yeah, we'll be happy to take any questions anybody might have. Any questions, anybody?
Governor, earlier today, Virginia and New Jersey declared states of emergency. Did this influence your decision at all, or was it more about what was going on?
It was really more about what was going on here with our team tracking things. I mean, everybody's taking a look at where the potential path of the storm might be, and you know, we decided to make the decision at this point based on the current information.
And secondly, as it's being tracked and it's moving further to the east, or it's anticipated to, will this become more of an Eastern Shore event, and will you transfer resources more to the Eastern Shore? Is there kind of a wait-and-see situation?
Yes. Well, yes. If the current thinking is that it's going to head more to the east, and that it will be more of an Eastern Shore, Ocean City coastal impact. And if it continues on its current path, we will certainly. That's where a lot of the focus will be. But we're preparing for all the potential paths of the storm, and we're ready all across the state. But yes, currently we were just having the discussion about Ocean City and the coastal areas being, at this point, something that's of the greatest concern. Anyone else?
Can you explain the significance of going ahead and declaring a state of emergency right now?
Well, you know, we just wanted to activate all the potential resources of state government, and we decided after days of looking at all the data that the storm, although we're still very uncertain, we know there's going to be some significant impact to the state. So we're hoping, as I said, hoping for the best and preparing for the worst. At the best, we're going to have some flooding and heavy rains and some winds, and at its worst, we could have significantly more damage. But in either event, we feel it's risen to the point where it's called for us to declare a state of emergency. Anybody else? Well, thank you all very much. Thanks for coming.